All right, the real CC, first person in the chat. What is up, CC? How you doing? Nice to see you, dude. I really like the work that you did. I'm not sure. Did you do that? Question, did you do that on TikTok? No? Not sure? That's all right. It looked like a kind of a TikTok effect, but I wasn't sure. But it looks really cool. It's like a kind of like one of those effects that spins it out. I really like that. That was awesome, dude. Great job. What's going down? It's the real Marcoux. Oh, yes. That's cool. Use TikTok. If TikTok works for you, use it. Because, like, you might get better at TikTok than anyone else. And I find that I'm seeing some cool effects come from it. So, kudos to you for getting that done and then making sure that you were able to convert that to IG. Those little conversion things that you're doing are actually quite nice skills to have. Yeah, so, The Real Marcoux, what's up? Sponsored by Backwards Ripta. Just so you know, yeah, you notice I'm wearing, like, kind of the diplomat's American flag over here. Kind of got a little bit like the stress pimples going on, so I want to, you know, a little bit self-absorbed, so I need to cover up the forehead. I see you. Good. I'm glad. And apologies yesterday for the internet issues. If there's internet issues today, and I get, like, stuck, like I'm like, then wait a moment. If it goes for an extended period of time, log off, log back on, and come back to me. What's up, Friendlism? What's up, Hiron? And I'll do my best to get these Wi-Fi issues worked out a little better. Yesterday, there was a surge at Google, which took down Google in New England and practically the East Coast. So you could see if you went to Google's analytics, they were like, spike, and they had all these warnings going out being like, oh my god, too many people on Google. So severe internet issues going on right there. But I'm so glad that you guys joined me today. By the way, I sent a link to your emails. So if you're missing episode 3 or 4, you can find them through that link. That page will hopefully have all of our archives. And it's taken me a while to get through that stuff, but I'm doing my best to get that together. Hey, Hiron. Hey, shout out to the real Hiron. Shout out to the real Hiron. I just want to mention off the bat, so this new project today is similar. It's basically you're doing the same thing again, but it's a chance for you, you know, you're doing your push-ups. You're getting better and better at this stuff. So you're really focusing on shots, moving shots, telling a story within that shot. And shout out to you, real Hiron, because, yo, I gotta say, I've been noticing, I said yesterday, be careful, not too much, I said boomerang's okay, but don't really do it. So Hiron does his shots, and then he does his own boomerang. And I can tell because the shot is ever so slightly different on the back out. So, like, you're doing your own boomerang, which is more unique, one camera shot, as opposed to the boomerang, which is kind of like, you know, like it's kind of like a record going back and forth, which is cool, but it's a little trendy. And in video, you'll notice through the time, things get trendy. Certain effects. An effect comes out for the first time, everyone needs to do it. Back in my day, it was Fruitopia had a commercial where they did the kaleidoscope effect. And that became so played out. All over the place. They were doing kaleidoscope effect because of the Fruitopia commercial. And it got played out. You know, people are doing different things with it. So whenever you take an effect, try to tweak it. Make it your own effect. Make the effect have a purpose, right? And the real CC, shout out to you because you're using that spin effect to have a real purpose. It was in that bowling alley. I love bowling alleys because I gotta say, in a bowling alley, it's like real, like it's just candy visually, right? So if you ever go bowling, definitely take some shots because it's a win-win at a bowling alley. The Big Lebowski, one of the best pictures ever. Actually, one of the best screenplays, too. At RISD, they actually have you study the Big Lebowski screenplay. And that is a fantastic thing. The Coen brothers are awesome. So watch that stuff. Yes, I did see your first video reel with the ball that went before and after. And I'm not sure if you said that it was 2 shots that you combined. So that's cool. I couldn't tell. It was close to boomerang. So if you did do 2 shots, well done in tricking the trick to make it look like a rah, rah, but feel good in the fact that you did the rah, and you did the rah. Yeah, stuff like that. So try to keep it a little entertaining, but not too bad. Off the bat, because a lot of people are going to watch this and probably like watch it for 2 seconds and then be like, oh, I'm going to go do something else like play video games or something like that. That's alright, whatever you want to do. But, just saw a little glitch, so I don't know if I'm getting hung up. But, what was I saying? Oh, so attendance and stuff like that. Watching the video is a big way for me to help tell about attendance. In fact, I know I go on and on and on, and these programs are very long. I'm trying to archive them so that way I can go through and watch them. I know they're long, but there is some decent information in there. At least show me that you have a view. Yesterday, I had 22 views all day. I have way more students than 22. I have about, it's hard to tell after a while. 19, 29... 29 plus 7, 36. About 36 students, so I should at least see that amount of the reels, the reel, back up on my feed, because that way I can tell attendance, that way I can tell you're engaged, and honestly, if you get the assignment in too, that counts as attendance. If you don't do either of those things, you're absent, alright? So, just so you know, and also, we're trying to build this thing, so, like, it looks good to other people that were like, oh my god, look at how engaged Tap a Film is. That's important. I'm going to try to make this program better. And honestly, if you're not watching, then there's a problem with me, maybe. Hey, what's up? Yo, you're making some good pictures. And join us, too, if you feel like doing some of these assignments, Nia. So, definitely think about that. But yeah, if this is boring to you, or you're not trying to watch it, or you're just like, I'm over it, send me an email and critique me. I cannot make it better unless I hear your feedback. Like, dude, I'm so tired of you rapping. I'm so tired of the backwards rip. Why are you so freaked out? What is your problem, Marcoux? Let me know. Because if you're not watching for any reason, you have to let me know so I can improve it and make it better and more useful for you. Or just stop doing it altogether and make you just watch links and write reviews. That is not fun. Although reading is awesome fun, and writing is awesome fun too, if you are doing something that you are inspired by. So, yeah, that's right. This is the real Marcoux. Again, I put those links in your inbox so you can see archives of these episodes if you want. And you can also kind of scroll through them. So if I get caught up like on a bug with the internet or something like that, log in, log back out, or something like that. And you can also kind of fast forward through them later. So that way, if it does get bogged down, maybe you get to some real information. Yesterday, my internet feed dropped at the end at kind of a good time because I said something like, I suck. But I was actually like dancing for another like 5 minutes thinking you guys were online. So I looked like a complete weirdo. This guy's a real weirdo. And talk about a real weirdo wearing his diplomat's bandana. Not a diplomat's bandana. I wasn't even really a fan of Rockefeller or the Diplomats. Sorry. I'm a Nas fan. But yeah, I have some kind of like stress pimples going on, so we'll see how this look goes today. Maybe people will think that, oh my god, what is wrong with this revolutionary teacher? He is like about to take over the distance learning world by storm. In fact, I am the storm. Hurricane Marcoux. Alright. So, yeah. So, anyways. Tappa. Listen up. Make a real account. I don't care. That's cool. I want to build this movement, and I'm going to give these assignments out. I'm going to take priority over grading my peeps, my Tappa film majors and minors. However, I want you to engage too. Are you bored? Do you like shooting things? That's great. Join us, right? Make a film, pound out our stuff with the hashtag the Real Distant Project or the Real Distant Video Project or whatever. Look at our links, join us, and let's build this movement, and maybe it'll give you some cool activities to join in on. A lot warmer today. I'm wearing a t-shirt. Oh, it's so nice outside. I hope you guys get a chance to, if you're not able to go outside too much, at least get to your porch or your backyard, or if you're just not allowed to go outside, open up your window, breathe that air, listen to the birds chirping, or, I don't know, someone banging some diplomats next door, like, hey, whatever. Just make sure that you get some vitamin D. And, maybe even, like, reach out that window and feel the air on your arm. It feels really good. So, anyways, this is the program, What's Up? At the end of the school year, we are going to have over 100 videos. That's the key, is because, like, as long as we need to get work done, right? So, let's have hundreds of videos. And let's, I'm thinking about, like, making these short-form videos, and down the line, we might bring these videos together, which would be really cool. I really hope we keep PVD Fest around. Oh, I really hope so, because maybe we could project these things up on the Cherry and Webb Bridge or something, like, really dope. I would love that. Like, think about, like, remember, this is moving painting. We're breaking the paradigm of video. This is the first time I've ever done video, vertical cinemascope, and I'm kind of loving it. I'm kind of loving the difference of the composition and how to play with it, although these guys got to come in. And I forgot to take the lens cap off because I like seeing the reflection of this lens watching you guys in the feed. Yeah, so check that out. Lots of, I was up again very late. That's kind of my schedule these days. The way I've been working out my schedule, I'm sure all you guys are working out yours as well, is, I stay up pretty late. I wake up around like 8 o'clock, and I blearily look at my texts. I'm like, I got to do this, I got to do that. And then I get into Google Classroom, and I finalize my grades. I send that out. And then I get ready for the show with the last minute, and get on the air, give you guys some good programs and stuff like that. And then I got to help out my family a lot. I have 2 little girls, a lot of stuff to do. So I'm pecking away at, like, getting prepared for the next show and looking at your work all day long, trying to critique you as soon as I can, so that way you guys are staying engaged. And then I go really crazy at night when the girls go to sleep and stuff like that. I'm able to really go into it, really work on my work, start taking notes for my rundown. I'm taking notes all the time. I keep a piece of paper out here. I'm always just jotting things down. And worked a little bit on just a little artistic direction. You could see my video. That's a painting that I did. Gas mask dude with a gas mask with a camera. That's my thing. I used to like gas mask characters. So weird, right? Back in the 2098 or 1998, I was making lots of gas mask paintings. And, geez, I hope we don't go in that direction. I hope I'm not telling the future. Nice. I got some good laughs from you, Nia. That's great. Dude, and your videos are so awesome. I really appreciate you. I wish you were double major. But you could still just make films, and I'm here to support you. So put some hashtags in your stuff, and I'll definitely give you a critique, because you were on board right away with The Real Marcoux. So appreciate you. Anyways, lots of headroom. Again, we'll work that out. I didn't get to designing that, but if you looked at my video this morning, you saw a painting that I was using to cover up my mess of taxes that is, like, crammed in my shelf. So I kind of, like, covered it up. And, I did that cool painting over there, that gas mask character with the camera. It's pretty chill. Oh, I'm tethered, so tethered means you're plugged in. Yeah, cool. And feel free to get engaged. I like, every now and then I'll ask you a question or something like that. So I love seeing answers. Yesterday, McKenna, shout out McKenna with, she knew the pan. That was awesome. That was one camera movement out of the bunch that we worked on. You kidding me? I'm looking at, like, Tuesday's rundown. Flip it. Put this thing down, flip it, and reverse it. Missy. Awesome stuff. Okay, so, shout out to Miss Ayla. I don't know if you've seen her social distancing music video, but it's awesome. Check out Ayla Alquist. Check out the social distancing music video. It's amazing. Shout out to Miss RH, Mac. Shout out to the whole Tappa staff, Cordero, Zia, Sousa. They're all doing great stuff on the admin side of things. Miss Arima Sweeney, Ashby, yeah, big shout out. Gore, big shout out. Mike, big shout out. Cortese, big shout out. Jeez, there's so many teachers I can't even think, but big shout out to the whole staff, the whole community. Shout outs to the art staff. Shout out to Avi David. She's goat. Miss Ayla, goat. Shout out to Nadu. She came up with a really cool tripod idea. You take a toilet paper roll, if you have one, cut a couple slots out of it, and you could stick the iPhone in it. Makes a great monopod. Loving Team Tappa. Shout out Tappa Frontlism. Yeah. All right. Shout out to Mr. David. He played us an awesome song right away. Shout out to Miss Garza. Shout out to Miss Portia. Shout out, yo. Shout out to Cece. Shout out to Kalia. Shout out to Anayeli. Doing some cool things. I'd give everyone shout outs. It's interesting in this format. I kind of did some studying. And weird studying. I started looking at other lives of people that I find I really like DJ Premier from Gangstar. Oh, I love that dude. He's been doing some lives, and it's like the first hour of his lives are him just doing shout-outs. He's watching his feed to see how much engagement he's getting. He'll wait till he gets to like 2,000 views till he actually starts scratching. So that's kind of what I'm doing. I'm waiting for the build-up to happen. This whole thing, not only is it I try to build in lessons, but watch me and see my performance and the way I'm doing things, because I'm really trying to think about how I'm performing and what I'm doing. And on the social media front, there's a different way of approaching this time-based media art form. And main part of it to me is engagement, right? So stay engaged. Message me anyway. There's 1,000 ways to message me. Google Mr. Marcoux at tappaprovidence.com or .org. Yeah, we're an org. And IG's great. I'm like all up on the IG all day long. Shout out to Marcoux Pictures. That was my original IG. That's where you get the pro stuff, if you want to check that out. All right. Yeah, but again, check your inbox so you can check out those archives or search up Nick Marcoux, and you'll probably find them. That coffee is doing pretty good this morning. I don't need another sip just this moment. But, okay, yeah, so I put up those videos. That was an interesting thing because what I'm having to do is record them on QuickTime, the visual, because I can't get the audio through to my Mac. And then I'm using that little adapter, for at least you called it a dongle, but I think it's more of an adapter. Dongles can sometimes be a key for getting software to work. But that adapter that connects to my lightning port to an auxiliary jack, where I connect that to a Zoom just so I can record the audio. So we're having to play a lot of the old tape games where we had to watch a tape roll or watch film roll while we recorded it. I'm having to do that with the iPhone. So those analog techniques are very useful in these times when you have all kinds of stuff going on, I gotta dim that light a little bit. How you get a good, lost my train of thought. Put the thing down, flip it, and reverse it. Like a backwards Ripta, sponsored by Backwards Ripta. Tip your bus drivers. Just make sure it's, the dollar bills and the exchanging of cash. It's one of the most difficult things these days because you want the money, but you're like, do I really want the money with the little microbes on it? So make sure that you keep clean, you hand sanitize everything, sanitize it. I gotta get a sip of coffee here. I just made a pot of coffee, my second one. It's good stuff. Keeps you going. Again, I don't know what the heck that was. Hopefully I'm online right now. Can someone give me some fire so I can see that I'm online? Toilet paper, that big flex. Am I still online? I would like to know. Please let me know. Alright, thank you. I'm still online. Good. I depend on you guys to tell me that I'm online sometimes because I don't have the proper setup yet, and I'm working on it. I'm going to try to get the tech stuff worked out a little better over the weekend. Fire, fire, fire. All right. I love seeing that engagement because that means that I'm online. That's very important. Because I don't want to be like dancing around like a fool when you guys are doing your thing. How'd you like that Joyner Lucas video? That was really good, huh? Kind of like a one shot in its own. Yeah. Love going around there. Boop, 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 boop. All right, and that brings me to another point. Yeah, so show up, view this thing, view something, at least show up and view it for a portion of a time. That way I'm able to make sure that you're engaged. And honestly, if this goes on for a little too long and I start losing viewership, you need to let me know. Why does this program suck? Tell me, and I'll try to change it, or I'll do something different. And, but yeah, if you don't give me the views, I might just stop giving you the likes. So, let me know about that. And that brings me to my first assignment, which today you need to make another loop video. Make it a little bit better. Think about the visual poetry we talked about, camera movement, mise en scène, all that good stuff. We're going to go into that a little bit later. And also, you need to do a critique. So critique someone's work from either the Real Distant Video 1 or the Real Distant Video 2. And you could search those. Or if you're just trying to find your fellow students, search The Real, R-E-E-L, and you'll start seeing your students show up, like Real CC, Real Hiron, Real Fronlism, Real Efrel. And you can pick one of them and kind of go through their stuff, find their comments, critique in one of their comments, and tag me in that comment. So that way I can easily find your critique and make it good. Don't make it like, I like this, or a fire emoticon is cool. But try to drop that at the end of something intelligent that you say about their work. Look at the visual treatment. It could be positive. It could be constructive criticism. But it shouldn't be like you're terrible, dude. I hate this. Tell me why you hate it. Give me a reason. Give me a reason the Real Marcoux show isn't getting the engagement that I want, because I want hundreds viewing every day. I want thousands, just like DJ Premier going. Maybe I need some turntables. But yeah. Let's build this thing. Build it together. Because, you know what? Honestly, we're going to take over the internet. The real movement is real. Keep it real. Alright. So, try some new things out. What was I thinking? Mark, what was I thinking? So yeah, whenever I toss to Mark, it's my chance to kind of think about what I'm moving on to. I do these kind of comic routines thing. I'm not a comedian, but I've always wanted to be one. I'm more of a class clown as a teacher. But you got to give yourself a chance to think, and I think a lot of comics do that. One guy I like is Dave Chappelle, and you can see him do that all the time. He has his props that he uses that gives him a chance to think. To read the audience and see how he's going to move forward. Forgot we changed his name. Whose name? I don't know. Don't know whose name you're talking about, bro. At the moment, I'll look back at the feed, and I always try to go through, and if I'm missing any questions, I try to get back to you. Mark! Yeah, you guys named him Mark in episode 2, I believe. Something like that. We lost episode 1 and 2. Instagram deleted them, and that's why I've been having to do this analog thing to, oh my god, I'm staying up all night, watching these twice, getting the audio, getting the video on QuickTime, and then I'm syncing them, and then I'm exporting them, and then I'm uploading them. Oh my god, I need a better process, and I'm going to work on that, but I'm really just trying to stay consistent right now, so that way I keep you guys engaged. The feed is delayed. Oh no, I'm lagging? Shoot. I don't know if I should try it again. Is it better now? It takes 10 seconds when you actually view comments. Oh, right. Yeah, latency. Okay. Phew, I was just thinking that my internet wasn't working for a moment. Okay. Yeah, latency is a thing. And to get around latency, one of the things I want to buy actually is a Blackmagic device. It's like a hyperlink, so I can connect. My GH4, my Lumix, and my GH5 to my computer, and what it does is it gives the signal an extra bump, so you can actually live stream live. Because a lot of people, they do this and then they try to listen at the same time, which is something I should be doing, and that helps because you can hear yourself at the same time. Because imagine if you had to hear yourself delayed, it drives people nuts. So having a Blackmagic hyperlink device, it's like $100, so it costs money. That's what, invest in yourself, and I think it's worth it. Oh, one viewer left? Oh, boy. Yeah, guys, more engagement, please. So, yeah, but I believe that's the Frontlism. Or Hiron. Or CC. They came in early. Alrighty, so, trying to think about this thing. Yeah, so, in this exercise, try to stay away from the boomerang. It's just trendy, and I see it right away, and I kind of want that other 5 seconds of your shot to be, like, unique, even if you're doing a boomerang, maybe do that in camera. And remember, this is due by, like, midnight on Sunday or early on Monday, like, by 9 o'clock, or it's late, because we have the whole weekend to get this done, but, get it done now if you have the time, so it's out of your way, and you can go outside. In fact, make the shot outside or from your porch. Get that vitamin D, folks. It's Friday, so people probably want to chill. That's cool. If they want to chill today, that's fine. But I figure a 10-second video, really? Pretty easy. You could see mine this morning. I did it in about 5 seconds this morning because I had an idea of what I wanted to do and I executed it. The first one probably a little bit more tricky, but, go with what works for you. Shout out to the real Noelia. Instead of doing the 10-second, what she did was she did a whole animation. It's like a 2-minute epic video. Check it out, the real Noelia. That's an awesome film. If you decide you're like, 10 seconds is too little for me and you want to try an animation app or something like that, do it. And I'll watch it. And if it's like awesome, I count it, like you might be advanced and I don't even know, so I'm fine with that. Just stay engaged. And if you don't have access to videos, figure something out, bring up some old videos like the real CC did. That was perfectly fine and good. Or try something creative with imagery and just make sure that hashtag is in there and you send it to me. I am going a little too long. Wow, I've been just like introing for a half an hour. Too much. I want to get into a little bit of some serious stuff, and that is visual poetry. So when we talk about visual poetry, being a visual poet that I am, sometimes you need to think about actual English poetry, like metaphors, or simile, or personification, or alliteration. Metaphors being like when you're just kind of like showing something and you're like, well, that's a metaphor of the GoPro is my eye, right? However, it also feels kind of like a simile, because a simile, you put like in the sentence, right? And you're seeing it, and you're seeing that this GoPro is like my eye. Or in the same sense, I might juxtapose. I might say, oh, look. And then, oh, there's my eye. So that's kind of like a visual simile, right? However, if I'm like kind of exploring something and I'm like, maybe I'm filming water rhythms going by, right? And it, in the background you're hearing caw, 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 right? And maybe I'm like twisting it a little bit and the shot angle is changing. Well, maybe that's like feeling like a metaphor of a dream, or I don't know, you're the artist. However, it's up for interpretation. People see it the different ways. So, however that you see fit to like make that work. So metaphor is a little bit more up for interpretation. A simile is like literally comparing something to another thing. Personification is interesting. I got this guy. I don't know if he's going to join the show. My little Viking dude. This is from my Pepe, my French grandfather, who is gone now, but he fought in World War I. His father fought in World War. His father fought in World War I. He fought in World War II. And he used to love the Minnesota Vikings. So whenever the Vikings won, he would move the Viking closer on the shelf Whenever the Vikings were losing, he'd move them further back. So right now I'm personifying this little object. He now has a character, and I could also personify random subjects like a camera, like a flower, like a book, like a cloud, or something of the matter. So personification. He's kind of chill. I like this dude. Maybe he's gonna hang out here with us. There we go. Yeah, he's gonna watch us. Keep him on the feed. All right, cool. So yeah, we're about a half hour in. I'm gonna try to cut it a little short today, unless you guys have requests. So feel free to send me some requests, and we'll see if we can freak out for you. Also, if you have highly technical questions, yesterday was great because I had the real Ray. Shout out to Reality TV. Lots of ums today. Definitely too many ums. He asked me some great questions about how you export proper bit rates for Instagram versus YouTube versus those things. So I thought that was very useful. So if you have advanced questions, feel free to send those my way. For all I know, I'm offline right now because I'm getting no engagement, but I have 3 viewers. We'll see if that builds up later. A lot of people are kind of pulling in later in the day. Got to cover up the, diplomats. I'm not too crazy about them. Jules Santana's getting out of jail, supposedly. Gun charges, dude. No, not good. Not good. You will get caught. You know, when 6ix9ine getting out, the world's gonna go down when he comes back. No good. All right, so yeah, and you'll notice also in my edit, the Real Marcoux episode 4, you'll notice I put these things in because as I was recording the visual, I was getting these texts coming in, and client texts, like people asking me like about kind of interesting things, and I was like, oh, okay. So I put in a little effect and a blur and a little like funny text thing to block those. I left one of them in. I thought it was hilarious that Mr. Garza was like, oh my god, that Beyonce song, and then everyone was like, I like that Beyonce song, and funny. Again, from the Rock Nation, I guess. Like, well, at least she married into the Rock Nation. She was way beyond the Rock Nation, definitely. She could have done way better than Jay-Z, in my opinion. But, yeah. Where's the show going? I'm hearing a little bit of whining in the background. I might have to deal with that. Oh, yeah, Kalia, the real Kalia. That was really cool how you added the snap zoom. That's the only zoom I saw. That's pretty cool. No cap, yeah. Oh, man, I gotta stop using your terms. I sound ridiculous when I use the young kid terms. Oh, I want to show you something cool. So I did this thing. Computer screens can make a very cool light. So what I did was in Photoshop, or perhaps any other editor that you had, what I did was made a different color on each different layer. So I can kind of like go techno style or something. So I thought that was kind of cool. I thought that was pretty neat. If you're trying to get some like different effects, just put a color on something. In fact, play around with the reflection that might be in your iris. I kind of like that. Kind of useful. Computer screens can be very useful because they always look blue. You know, they always look blue and ugly. So I thought like maybe I could warm this place up a little bit. I gotta get some better colors. Maybe I refine the color and I could tweak this white balance thing out. But I can't find my blue gel because I want a blue gel on that tungsten so that way I have even lighting is key. But anyways, I thought that was pretty chill. That's a pretty cool effect. Uh-oh, someone's getting yelled at. I'm gonna have to deal with some other stuff later because I got kids and I gotta help them move along and make things happen in this distance learning thing as well. This journey we're taking it together. Big shout out to Tappa. Big shout out to, whoa, dude, you see, Hiram, that was your flip, bro. That was crazy. Crazy. Yeah, but, you know, Tappa's doing huge things. And it's just crazy that we're away from our new building right now, but, we have exciting things to come home to. We are an XQ Super School. XQ. Second place
again in C-SPAN reality. Aiden, what up?
Killing it. Also notice if you look in your Google Classroom, there's also a census thing. They have like 50 grand worth of prizes. It's a really close deadline. It's like April. Ugh, wicked close. But hey, if you can make it happen, that's a lot of money. Really cool. Oh yeah. I think you liked those color lights because I am on the latency. So, yeah. Oh, my final subject that I wanted to talk about is, we talked a little bit about visual poetry, simile, personification, metaphor. Alliteration is when you're kind of repeating sounds. They use that oftentimes in the news where they'll be like, coverage you can count on. Well, there's a lot of C sounds in there, or C sounds, right? Backwards, Ripta. So, when you are doing alliteration, if you're doing kind of repetitive things, if you're kind of like, I don't know if you could visually do that, like kind of visually emulate sounds. Perhaps if I like had a O shape, maybe your mind would automatically have like this O sound in your head. Because a lot of times our brains associate weird visual things with sounds or colors, for that matter. People's brains work differently. It's really fascinating the way you can interpret things, or other people can interpret your work. That's the key about this whole thing. Who cares about signing your work and being like, look at me, I'm Picasso, look at me, I'm Dali, look at me, I'm Andy Warhol, right? Like, okay, we get it, bro, you're an artist, and I guess your art is all about you. It's not. Art is about elevating us past the beast mode, right? We are elevating ourselves beyond into something that can communicate in a whole nother language, potentially to aliens. That'd be fantastic. But you know what? They're not going to be able to read your writing. They're not going to be able to read your signature. In fact, when we're long gone, we're going to be forgotten. And what the thing is, it'll take some time, but sometimes people do get forgotten, even the best. But they may look at your archive, and they might be looking through your eyes. They might be looking through your camera lens. And that's the most important part. When I see like Jimi Hendrix at Woodstock, I'm like, that camera, oh man, I am there. And that's what inspired me to be a camera operator, because I love being at shows filming. My favorite thing, filming Joyner Lucas. That's one of the highlights of my life. Rick Ross, Nicki Minaj. That was dope. I filmed a bunch of countless Post Malone, you name it. All right, Mr. Marcoux, you're so great. You always tell me that you're so great. We get it. But yeah, I'm passionate about it, and it took a long time to get there. It took a lot of practice. It took a lot of like business making. And for you guys out there, you should be thinking about these creative ways to do business, particularly in this new world of vertical cinemascope or live streaming. People are going to need these things. People need commercials. Go out there to local businesses and say, hey, you need a commercial? I can do a commercial. Perhaps even on your iPhone. There's such good quality these days. So, get yourself in business and try to practice things out. Even do a few gigs for free with qualified or cinematographers that you look up to, because you can learn a lot from them too. I've learned a lot from mentors that I work with, from teachers to different cinematographers, seeing how they get through the process. We're 40 minutes in, folks. I do want to get more into the business side of things, but I think I'm going to save all that for next week. Also, next week, look forward to hopefully this program improving. But I'm going to take a sip of coffee while you guys, if you want, come up with some requests for how we finalize this show, because I like having a good outro. It's good. The good payoff moment is, you've had to listen to me blather and you have to listen to me blather for so long. So I like there to be a good payoff moment in the end, if it's worth anything. Who knows? Money's worth nothing. Guess what? Stocks went down. What the heck's paper gonna do? I guess it could be good toilet paper down the road if you need that. Well, coffee got cold. Nothing? I'm probably offline. Give me some fire if I'm still online. No? 2 viewers? I am so popular. It's ridiculous. Oh, alright. Did I miss anything? Looking at my... I know I'm missing a lot, actually. Because there was a bunch of messages I wanted to send your way. Keep it together. Oh, I got a heart. Okay, so I guess I'm online. I really hope so. Any requests? If you don't want me dancing anymore, I won't. Because, honestly, it's kind of annoying. And I know I'm not funny. So... I'm not funny. Why? They don't love me. Thank you for a review, F-Roll. That makes me feel better. They love me. No. Nope. I'd be like that. Yep. Oh, yeah, I forgot to say, and this is good for you guys to stick around. For those that aren't Tap of Film majors who didn't get an email. So the assignment today is to make a 10-second loop video. If you can do that. Film something, utilize camera movement. Watch episode 4 in the archive, which you can follow through the links. Maybe you can ask someone about that. Look up Nick Marcoux. You can find that on YouTube. And yeah, so you could do that, and you can watch the lesson on camera movement. Fast forward past all my stupid comic stuff towards the middle, and you'll get all the pan, the tilt, all the camera movement, all that fun stuff. It's actually a little informative, and I just don't want to repeat myself. So check that out. And yeah, we wanted a 10-second that loops, so where your beginning and end are, we want that to have either an invisible cut, like it never happened, like it just keeps going, or some kind of jump cut that makes it make sense. Oh, shout out to the real Juan Naboa. That was an awesome Spanish one. I got to translate it a little. I know a little Spanish, but I have to translate it to see exactly which swears you were telling me. But good job on that. That was hilarious. Very unique, too. That's the first time I've seen something shot like that with all the you had a whole crew. It was the most people I saw in one of these 10 seconds. Yeah, try it, Nia. Do it, please. Hashtag the real distant video 2. That's today's. Yesterday was 1. So check that out, please. And yeah, send us one, because I know you'll knock it out of the park. Shout out to the real Denzel. Efrol, your brother, had an awesome one. Looked really good. In fact, I could see him doing that over and over again and just improving that shot. It was a really good idea. It was a little dim, a little grainy, but oh, what a great idea. It really hit me. It was good. Let's see, what am I missing? Content is king, guys. Content is king. Even if your shot isn't that great, or at the time, the fact that you shot something that happened, whether... a dog's eating out of your hand, or like something just happens and you just shoot it. Maybe it's a little blurry, but that was the one time it happened. You captured the instance. So no matter what, content is king. Okay. We get very critical in filmmaking, but ultimately, you know what? If you got the shot, you got the shot. And professionals will tell you that too. When I work live on concerts and stuff like that, it's crazy. Sometimes you get hit by someone. Sometimes you get something spilled on you. Sometimes your camera doesn't work. But ultimately, if you get that thing back and you start shooting and you get that shot of like Nicki Minaj, like hosing somebody down with a whipped cream thing, didn't sound right. But if you got that shot, that's like worth Nicki Minaj money. Like however much that's worth. Couldn't put a dollar value on that. I just don't. No, it's too early for Nicki Minaj. Yeah. Go to Missy Elliott. Missy Elliott has awesome music videos. She's still doing music videos. I don't think they're really catching on that much as they used to. Hype Williams. Check out Hype Williams. He's one of my favorite music video directors. Check out that Joyner Lucas video from yesterday. Will. Oh, it's so good. I was jamming to that yesterday. If you want to watch a little bit of the other episodes, you'll check me jamming to Joyner Lucas. Killing it. Just so you know, I got the shakes in this hand because it is a little messed up. HD screen landed on my hand and didn't start hurting until like a month ago. And I'm not going to the doctor right now. No, that's not a good idea for me. Good idea for people that really need it right now, but I'm getting by. I'm just like trying to take it easy and do the left hand mouse thing because carpal tunnel syndrome is through the roof. And to break that up, start using your left hand for different things. Start using your left brain for different things. Close this eye. Look at it this way. You might see it a different way. Perspective is everything. Yeah. Oh man, what a weird show. I hope it's informative. I hope I've struck the balance between being too corny and being informative and just being honest, because honesty is key. This is the real Marcoux. I'm not sugarcoating it. I'm not trying to be too professional. In fact, I try to emulate the way I behave in class, except I am trying to be a little bit more out-the-box entertaining. So that way I get your engagement. I'm going to work on everything. Hey, Kalia! Oh, man, you came just in time for the end. Do you have any requests? Because you should watch the rest of this, because I had a lot of good, sort of good info. I don't know, just a little bit about visual. Whoa! That was a good one. Any good requests? Don't belch in public. That's super offensive. I could have code switched with that belt and maybe it would have came out like my ear or something. But I don't know. It just kind of came up there. How do you like my Viking? Looks like there's a lot of engagement today, Mr. Marcoux. I've seen better days. I think I got like one viewer. I think it's Kalia. Hi. Oh, two. Wow. I am blowing up with those 2 viewers. Again, watch so I can get your attendance. And again, tell me that I'm terrible. Tell me why. In an email. So I can either do something different or figure this out. I keep saying that over and over again. I'm being very repetitive. Yeah, so apologize for the Google surge yesterday that broke the internet. Oh yeah, try to avoid Boomerang again on this project. It's just too trendy, bro. You're going to look at it 10 years later and you'll be like, oh, that was 2020. Now it's 2040. That's so 2020. So yeah, try to break up things. Try to make effects do different things. Processing. I guess I'll talk more about the show in the future. Work on your blue zone if you haven't already. Start to think about what corner of your room works best. I'm using this corner because it's not a total disaster. And I'm going to try to get better. Any requests? No requests. It seems like no one wants to see me do anything stupid anymore. You missed the flip when the internet went down. I actually did flip, but I kind of hurt my leg, so I'm not going to flip ever again. That's a lie. I didn't flip. Media literacy, folks. People lie to you, and you might never be able to tell because they're not telling you they lied to you, or they're trying to skew things a different way with different visuals, trying to make you feel another way. Right now I'm in hell. Right now I'm in heaven. I'm just green and ugly, bro. Yeah, so it's like the different way that you can affect a visual is going to affect its treatment, you know? So yeah, Kalia, I just put these different colors on my desktop and it works really good as a different lighting technique. Technical difficulties. My brain has just gone to auto function, which is bad. Break auto function. Oh, okay. Back to manual. Content is king, folks. This show has gone 50 minutes with just me blabbering because the coffee was really good. And we'll try to get this episode up there, but yeah, I'm going to be taking forever to get this up, and I need a break from computers. I need to spend some time with my daughters, and I need a little bit of a break this weekend. Maybe figure out some technical stuff so I can make this show a little bit better. And again, I hope I'm not offline and haven't talked for a half hour for no reason. Part of the game. Alright, no requests. I gotta give people a reason to watch this later, though, right? What can we do? What can we do? These bags under my eyes because I've been asleep. I'm not getting the sleep that I need. This is the real Marcoux. All right. Well, I got to end it off with some motion. If we're still live, I'm going to unplug this joint. Yeah. So, yeah, that's a real Marcoux. I'm going to be signing off. Tip your bus drivers with the backwards ripta. Right, Mark? I think you said yes. Peace, folks. I'm out. Ciao! And you can still see me. Why? I don't know. Because I forgot to hit the end button. Because I forgot to hit the end button. Because I forgot to hit the end button. Because I forgot to hit the end. End.